Hi, I'm Laura Klaus. Welcome to UATV. We are here to provide you information about the mobility industry.
As a team, we're able to improve the quality of life for our customers.
It's a job that you get to feel good at the end of the day when you go home. You know from talking to the people and seeing their reactions on their families that you are actually changing their lives. You're impacting them, their futures.
We catch you coming in the front door and we find out what you're here for. And a lot of times we already know, which, you know, it's kind of great when you get to meet somebody or greet somebody and you know their names. They're like, oh, you remember me?
After you go through an injury, you need things to bring you back into the norm.
You just know what they're feeling when you make that eye contact with them, what joy and happiness that they're feeling and what's been brought back into their life.
I actually got to go inside his house and have him sign paperwork, and when I did that, he actually had tears in his eyes because now he actually had the opportunity to do anything he wanted to on his own now.
Hi, welcome to UATV. We're sitting here with John Neal, a service technician in our Memphis, Tennessee location. He's otherwise known as JP. Hi John, thanks for coming to see us today. I just want to ask you a couple questions about your experience here with United Access. How long have you been with the company?
Coming on 6 months.
Okay. And you work generally in the shop, right? Doing installations and service. So how do you feel that United Access is different?
Different? From other shops you're saying, or other businesses? Well, I've been here 6 months. I'm new in this industry, and I can't tell you how we're different, but I can tell you that we obviously are, because, you know, from what I've been told, there's 250 suppliers of this type of service to people of disability. If we're number 3 out of 250, there's obviously a difference. Okay, so I've obviously picked the right place to be at.
What can you expect from the service department when you come to bring your car, your vehicle in to be serviced?
Let me give you my ideas on this and why I'm here. Kind of wrap up everything in one, I think. I've been in engineering. I was a CAD engineer and a construction manager for nearly 30 years. Okay. When you're in that kind of position, you kind of work your way up to, you can call it middle management, you can call it a middle person, where you're in charge of a lot of responsibilities. Okay. The customers that you work with depend on you. They're your number one contact, and they're looking to you for all the answers, okay? When you're in that kind of field, you're dependent on a lot of people to make your job successful. You're dependent on your suppliers, your shippers, your manufacturers, all the people in the field you have to work with, different crews. You've got people above you with expectations. There's a lot of things working kind of against you. You want to succeed at your job. You want to be very good, and you want the reward from it. If you have all of those other resources that you're dependent on to make your job successful, you get disappointed a lot, and ultimately the customer gets disappointed. In this field, and this is why I chose to do this, I got out of engineering, I got out of construction, and I came to do something like this for 2 reasons. I have good hands. I'm good with my hands. I like putting my hands on the work and making things happen. The other thing is, I wanted that one-to-one direct contact with my customer, not dependent on everybody else for me to do my job well. With United Access, I have the ability to see my customer face to face, find out what their problem is or what their need is. I get to fix it directly. I get to resolve their problem. I get the reward right away from their happiness. When I've done a good job and they say, thank you so much, bingo, I have what I've been looking for all this time. I'm not dependent on other people to say, here's what I need you to do, but you got to wait for this or you got to wait for that. All the time, that customer that's dependent on me is getting disappointed. Not now. Now I can resolve their problems immediately, and I get the reward.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about the service hours?
Service hours. It's 8 to 5. That's our service hours, but again, we are one of the best because we're available all the time. We have an emergency call number. If it comes in, it goes through a system of 3 phone numbers that it goes through, and somebody's going to pick up that line. No matter who it is, no matter where they are, we're going to service them. So service hours or business hours, 8 to 5, but we're always available Monday through Friday.
24 hours a day.
You got it, basically.
All right. Great. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Sure. Thank you.